Welcome everyone to the Manchester City Library and our Create and Tell demonstration video. This video is part of our summer reading program event, and anyone grades 3 to 6 who signed up will have a direction packet in their bag along with their Tales and Tales passport, which is going to guide us through our exploration of the continents this summer, as well as their stories and animals on them. If you are not in this age range or haven't signed up for summer reading, you are welcome to follow along. Just make sure that you gather the supplies and get permissions depending on what we're doing that week. I also want to remind everyone that the tell portion of our Create and Tell is going to take place on Fridays on Zoom. So look for the Create and Tell Science Afternoons on Fridays at the Manchester City Library website and sign up for that. And then we can all show what we have been working on this week. Okay, so let's get into this week's demonstration. Hello everyone, and welcome to our week 7 Create and Tell demo. If you go ahead and take out your passport from your Tales and Tales reading bag, and you turn to the 7th page, you will see that we are visiting Asia this week. So the continent of Asia, we can go ahead and get one of our stickers to show that that is where we are this week. If you look at your instruction sheet on week 7, you can see that we are going to be talking about paper marbling. So the first evidence of people marbling paper actually comes from China, about 900 CE, which is Common Era. If you want to find out how long ago that is, you take 2020 and minus 900 from it. But every country and area on the continent really has a different way of marbling paper. Usually you start with some sort of liquid in a tray that you sprinkle your pigment or your color onto, and then you lay the paper into the liquid. I looked at a lot of ways for us to try paper marbling. And I think that the one that is on our sheet here is the easiest for us to do together. If you picked up your craft kit at the Manchester City Library between August 2nd and 6th, then you're just going to need to find a shallow tray or a deep dish and some water before we can get started. Otherwise, look in your summer reading kit for your instructions. And there will be the list of things that we need to do this demonstration. So let's gather those supplies or pull up your kit, and we will meet back here to do our paper marbling. All right, so here we have got a shallow tray. I have it inside of another tray just in case it spills. I've got some water, and I've got a couple of pieces of paper. This is cardstock, so it is going to work better if you do have cardstock or watercolor paper or something a little thicker, because we are going to get the paper wet, and we do want it to hold up. I have 2 pieces of colored chalk. If you picked up your kit from the library, you will have 2 different colors of chalk that are going to be wrapped in some paper, so just unwrap that carefully. And also I have this emery board, which is the kind of board that you use to file your nails. If you have some sandpaper, that will also work. Or if you have just like a butter knife or something to scrape the chalk, that will also work. But this is what is going to be in the kit if you pick it up at the library. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to pour our water carefully into our shallow dish or pan, and we do want to make sure that there is enough that it kind of covers the surface. It does not have to be deep, but we do want it to be large enough so that when we put our paper into it, um, we can get color on all of the parts of our paper. Okay, so the next step is to pick a color to start with, and we are going to use the emery board to kind of get the dust from the chalk to fall into the water in the pattern that we kind of want. So when you do this, it is going to like feel kind of weird and it might sound bad because it is kind of literally nails on chalkboard. So just be forewarned, we're going to have to get through that together. And you do want to do this somewhat fast. Don't rush, don't knock over your water. But we do want the chalk to be still floating on the surface when we dip our paper in. So go ahead and start with your first color, and then you can switch to your second and go back and forth even if you want. So I'm going to go ahead and try this out. Okay, so when you think you have enough color down, you're going to take your paper and you're just going to set it into the water, and you want to kind of set it so that it's just flat on top of the water. And then you're going to peel it up, and you will see on your paper that it should have picked up the color from the chalk that you laid down. And so the more chalk you put on, the more color that your paper marbling is going to pick up when you put it up. And once you do that, you want to go and you want to put this on a nice flat place where it can dry. All right, I'm going to do one more, and I can then show you some examples of how we. There we go. Okay, it might be a little bit washed out on the screen, but I'm actually pretty happy with that one. I think my first one was a little bit lacking in color. All right, so what we're going to do then is we're going to set these aside to dry. And when they are nice and dry, we can use them for all sorts of things. They're really great for cards. They can make good ornaments. So in my experience, the chalk does kind of stay on pretty well. But if you do have some trouble with it coming off, you can also try and seal it with hairspray or some other sealant that you could get like from a craft store or something like that. So yeah, I hope that you guys really enjoyed. This is a really fast and simple way to do some paper marbling. We also do have a secondary method that I put onto our Create and Tell instruction sheets. If you just like really enjoyed this and want to keep going, there is one that deals with shaving foam as well. All right, everyone, I really hope that you enjoyed this demonstration. If you are in the 3rd to 6th grade age range, then remember that you can sign up for our Create and Tell Friday afternoon Zoom sessions where we can talk about how your paper marbling went or any other crafts or books or fun things you've done for summer reading. So keep that in mind. I also want to remind all ages to go ahead and log your reading minutes into Read Squared. We are coming up on the end of summer reading, so you guys really have to remember to log those in while you can still get your raffle tickets and other prizes. Also remember, if you do need other reading suggestions, there are reading lists for other tales and tales on the Read Squared app. There are also some missions on the Read Squared app if you want to get in a few more raffle tickets before the end of summer reading program. Definitely go ahead and try to complete some of those. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next week for our last Create and Tell demo. All right, guys, till then, bye!